Hi, I'm Maddy.
Hi, I'm Michael, and this is our proposal for NLS8.
So I'm a Brisbane girl. I did my undergrad in science and then had a few different jobs before finally deciding to do my master's in information and library studies. Since then, I've moved to London and worked at Madame Tussauds and the London Dungeon. It's a lot of scary things, so I'm pretty good with that. And now I'm back in Brisbane working at QT Library and the Crown Law Library and just chilling with my husband and my cat.
So after finishing an honours degree in English and Communication and realising that employers weren't clamouring to hire someone with extensive knowledge of the reality TV show Survivor, I figured becoming a librarian was a natural fit. I'm originally from WA. I moved to Brisbane to take on the QLOC Graduate Librarian Program in 2014, and I've since then stayed on at QT as a law librarian. I'm interested in a wide variety of things, and I'm always looking at ways to turn those interests into work-related tasks, mostly to justify spending my day Googling pictures of dogs and hats. So the idea of our proposal is called Librarians and Dragons, and it's a transferable skills workshop and game.
According to the LAS Employment Trend Report from 2015, 37% of new graduates are employed in other industries, and their qualifications are directly relevant. This shows us that an LAS graduate has many skills that can cross over into other workplaces that aren't library or information specific. These are transferable skills. If transferable skills can work in this direction for an LAS student or graduate, then why shouldn't it work in the other direction? At present, only 17% of new graduates are employed in the same occupation as their studies. We know that LAS students gain a lot of transferable skills from their studies, so why such a low number in our own industry? Perhaps LAS students and new graduates are not sure how their skills can be transferred to the library and information industries. We all come from such different backgrounds and have different experiences and jobs. This workshop, Librarians and Dragons, will help LAS students and new graduates identify what skills they already have and how they can transfer them into work in the library.
But in a fun way. And what's more fun than games? There's lots of evidence about the benefits of games and play in education, and gamification within libraries is increasing in popularity as well. Especially in terms of engagement and motivation, game theory has been used successfully for library orientations and for developing information literacy skills. Librarians and Dragons uses gamification to promote professional development for librarians and to encourage a different way of thinking about the skills that we as new graduates can bring to the table. This workshop is also a demonstration of what we've termed transferable interests. We took something that interests us just personally in our own lives and explored that within the library context.
Librarians and Dragons is a transferable skills workshop based around the Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder experiences. To start with, there will be 4 groups, and each group will have their own character, either a student, a stay-at-home parent, a late-in-life career changer, or a business person. And each of these characters has their own character sheet, which will outline their abilities, aka skills, their legendary items, which is their qualifications, and their completed trials, which will be their life experiences. Skills will be based on the generic skills and attributes from the library and information specialists identified by Alia.
Using these characters, you will take the groups on a 30-minute quest that is based around a library context. And after the quest, we're going to get everyone to build their own characters like the ones we build using the character sheets, but filling it in with their own abilities and legendary items. What skills did the characters have in the quest that they might have? What skills did they have that the characters didn't? And we also want to introduce the idea of leveling up, which is where we're sort of looking at what skills we need and what experiences we need in order to go further into our career and the quests we can go on to get them.
This session is aimed at current library students and graduates, particularly ones new to the industry or who maybe want to go into a specialised area of the library.
We're really looking at putting the emphasis on relevant life experiences that aren't necessarily library experiences.
So by the end of this session, attendees will be able to identify what transferable skills are and what transferable skills can be used within the library and information profession. They will be able to identify the generic skills and attributes for library and information specialists that ALIA promote.
They'll be able to identify what their own transferable skills are, how they've developed these in other jobs and projects, and how they can develop them further to progress their career. We're also really interested in the idea of personal empowerment, realizing that we all have something we can bring to the table as students and new graduates, and giving us the confidence to use these moving forward.
They'll also be able to take home their character profile and continue to work on it as a source for identifying and recording their skill sets and professional development and personal empowerment. But even if they never look at the character profile again, the process of developing it will give them a starting point to begin thinking about their own skills.
They can learn a little bit about gamification and how games can be used within different environments and for different purposes. But most importantly, have fun!
Librarians and Dragons falls under the Shape Your Skill Set section of the Do-It-Yourself library career. Attendees are encouraged to think about the skills they've developed from a variety of quests, how they can be used within the library and information profession, and how they can develop them further.
It also encourages a DIY mindset about professional development. You don't need to just sit and wait around for opportunities to fall in your lap. You can go on quests and actively get them. We'd be looking at having an hour and a half for this workshop, 15 minutes for an introduction, 30 minutes to take them on the quest itself, 40 minutes for character development and just general discussion, and 5 minutes to wrap up.
We're looking at doing it in a collaborative space so that while we're on our quest, we can all engage with one another. We'd also like to have some sort of technology there, like computers, just in case people want to use this to build their character profile. We hope you enjoyed our proposal
For Librarians and Dragons.